morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And the title reads, 911 call released in deadly Charlotte home invasion. Now, guys, I did go into the archive to get this story. I think it's important that we highlight the younger self-defenders. And I'm thinking about doing an entire week on just children using guns. Anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind, how about you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Remember, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your guys' help. It's the only way we're going to get there is together. You guys can also hit me on Minds, on Twitter, and even on Truth Social. So, without delay, let us begin.
Good evening. I'm Maureen O'Boyle.
And I'm Paul Cameron. Welcome. Sky 3 was over the home on Rolling Fields Road in southeast Charlotte near Mint Hill shortly after detectives got there. Police tell us the teen and his grandmother heard someone trying to break in the back door. The teen grabbed a gun, then shot and killed one burglar, but a second got away. All new at 11 o'clock. WBTV's Colleen Harry live tonight off the subdivision. This is off Fairview Road. Colleen, I understand that you talked to the boys' relatives. What are they saying about this?
Well, the grandfather, as you can imagine, has mixed emotions. He's certainly happy that his grandson was able to protect the grandson and his wife, the elderly homeowner. What police are telling us, when officers first arrived at the scene, they found someone dead at the back of the house. It turns out, as you mentioned, a 14-year-old shot an intruder. And what we're finding out is this family, trouble just won't leave this family alone.
Now, guys, before we get into their past, okay, realize this. The 14-year-old had access to a firearm. The family trusted this 14-year-old enough to get access to a shotgun, a gun, whatever it may be, and shoot this joker before he could get into the house. Stop him there, dead. Okay? We do not celebrate death, but we absolutely defend the ability to protect yourself. And I commend this teen, this 14-year-old. He is a hero. At the young age of 14 years old. It's tragic. We don't want our children to be in this environment. But life does not put us in a bubble. Things happen. And it's better to be prepared. It's better to be trained for when they do. Let's hear the rest of the story.
In a neighborhood dawned with Christmas lights, it was police lights that dominated the landscape Tuesday evening.
Why would somebody come way up here busting a house? I don't know.
A neighbor called George Wyant to tell him there was trouble at his house on Rollingsfield Road. Police say just after 5 o'clock, Wyant's wife and their visiting 14-year-old grandson were both startled.
They just heard some noises and they saw an individual at the back of the residence trying to come into their house.
Police say two men were trying to break in. Investigators say the 14-year-old grandson shot one of the intruders.
Nobody likes to hear something like this happening. None of us do. And a young fella, being involved.
This isn't the first time his grandson is dealing with death. Mr. Wyant says 6 years ago, his son-in-law, the grandson's father, was shot and killed during a robbery at his automotive business on Independence Boulevard.
He had the hood open, the scar. He's a mechanic. It was his garage. And somebody come in, they shot him.
His grandson.
Now, guys, I have to, so he's lost his father already. Luckily, he has family, and he has a grandfather, he has a grandmother, and upon visiting, he protects the grandfather's wife and he protects himself. I got to tell you, the world is not kind. We know this for those of us who have subscribed, and for those of you just tuning in. The world can sometimes be so cruel. So if we subtract 6 from 14, that means at 8 years old, this boy, this young man, lost his father at the age of 8 years old. That's tragic. To guns, violence, to, and I think I misspoke on that, but to evil. Evil could be in any case. A knife, a gun, a bat. He lost his father to evil, and it is evil to take something from somebody that's not yours. I know there's survival, but in this case, is evil. Let's hear the rest of what's going on.
Son was only 8 years old then. Today, at 14 years old, he evidently took a stand to defend his grandmother and himself.
They lost their father, and then something like this has to happen.
This is a house that for some reason criminals won't leave alone. Mr. Wyan says crooks targeted their house just outside of Mint Hill before.
Twice, last month. I was robbed.
Police haven't said if this attempted break-in is linked to the previous case. They did make an arrest the last time thieves broke in. This time, the grandson stopped the suspects.
Now, here's the only thing I'm going to say, and then I'll play it out, and then I'll finish up. If you know that your house has been targeted the first time, you should have done something about it. You should have done an assessment, Grandpa. I know this is harsh, but you know your grandson's history, and you know already that you have been targeted. Why was there no guard lights? Why was there no dog? Why was there no security apparatus around the house so that it would ward off some of these criminals? Now, I know there is a case where criminals will do what they do and they won't give a damn. I know that. But I wonder if these things were implemented, if he decided to harden his house so that people would look at it not as a target but a obstacle that was too difficult to breach. Who knows? Let's finish up the rest of the story, guys.
So I could say he did a good job.
Now, investigators tell us the second intruder got away. Now, sources tell me that investigators have an idea of who that person is and possibly where that person might be. As of this hour, investigators have not told us if they've made an arrest yet. We're live in Mecklenburg County. Colleen Harry, WBTV, on your side.
All right.
Guys, so you guys hear that. I got to say, kudos to this 14-year-old. Kudos to him. I would say he is definitely a good guy. I'm so glad that this is an upside. You know, I didn't even think about this, but I wonder if his mother was there too. Okay, so that means what? The mother, the grandmother, and himself. So he saved not only himself but 2 other people, maybe, possibly. Okay, but guys, you tell me what you think. I think I've said my piece here, but you know, children being armed, being able to access firearms. Some people will say, no way, we can't have that. So you would have rathered an individual come into your home and possibly kill you and your grandchildren. What would have happened if he didn't have the gun? I keep saying this. What would have happened? Yes, we don't know, but I will tell you, I would rather take what I do know than what I don't know. And I do know I have a firearm to protect myself and those that I love. And I know that I am trained to use it on those who wish to do me harm, who wish to do my family harm, more importantly. Good guys, guys. Good guys. It's hard to be a good guy. It is. Go to work every day, do your job. Try not to step on people's toes. Do something right for your family. And some joker comes out of nowhere and he wants to take what's not his. Fuck him. Fuck that motherfucker. I'm glad he's gone. A hero at 14 years old. You guys know what I say at these things at the end, and I will say it all the time. Good guys should have guns. Good guys should always have guns. Even children. The only thing for evil to persist is if good men do nothing. And if good men do nothing, there will be no good guys.